Do you like games? I like games. If you're like me and you like games, I want you to understand this. Money itself, yes, money that flows in and out of your bank account, flows through your wallet, flows from your paycheck to you. Money is a game. And unless you start looking at it that way, you're never going to win. You know why? Because you don't know you're in a competition. That's right. You're in a competition. I say on my videos, I say it all the time and I'll say it again. You either are playing the game, you're either playing the game or you're getting played by the game. Same thing with businesses. You're either the system, you're either a part of the system or you have a system. You either own the system or you're getting owned by the system. You're either, playing the game or you're getting played by the game. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sean John, aka the Middleman CEO. If you want to learn how to start a business from your phone, making 3 to 10K per month, most students are averaging around that in their first 90 days. I can teach you how to build. Actually, you don't have to build it, but how to manage a system. Notice I said a system, not necessarily a business. It is a business, but it's more of a system that makes money while you sleep. Warren Buffett said, if you do not learn how to make money in your sleep, you're going to be broke forever or something like that, right? And that's true because if trading time is the only way you're going to make money, eventually you're going to run out of time. And that's not wealth building. Wealth is having something like a system that makes money, longer than you're alive. It outlives you. If you stop working, your paycheck stop. That's a guarantee. So in fact, you don't even have to wait until you expire. You could just call your job right now or walk out of your job right now and say, I'm not coming back, and find out if they continue to pay you. The answer is no. So if you want to learn how to build a middleman business from your phone, running from your laptop without having to leave your house, matching customers with service providers, that's all we do, then you need the blueprint. It is absolutely free. How can you be free? You can't. So all you have to do is click the link in the video description below, or just simply comment, teach me, and I'll teach you. So shout out to all the students who got in today. I'm going to have to limit how many students I'm bringing in from here on out because it takes a little bit to put all this in order and to give you a successful middleman business. So that's something we'll be working on. Just keep that in mind. All right. So with that being said, again, I want to teach you guys how to build a successful business from your phone. And if you want to do that, just put teach me. All right. So I got a few minutes going to spend it with you. Money is a game. And in fact, it's a game that if you want to win, you're going to have to know the rules, because it's easy for me to say play by the rules, but that would be me assuming that you all know the rules. And I'm not going to assume that, but you know why? Because there was a day I didn't know the rules. See, I thought making a living, earning money, going to work, punching a clock, collecting that paycheck, doing that consistently was winning the money game. That's what I thought. Then I thought whenever I pay my bills and keep my credit score up, that's winning the money game. I wasn't able to do it, but that's what I thought was winning the money game. And then whenever you get paid, put in the work, get paid, deposit the paycheck, pay your bills on time, try to keep your credit score up. The next thing I believed was, now all my bills are paid. Guess what I'm going to do now? Stack any extra income in the bank. Guess what I found out? That ain't how you win the money game. You do not win the money game by trading time for money on a job. There's nothing wrong with the job. If you have a job, be thankful. There is nothing wrong with having a job. The only problem with having a job, well, I'll get into it. But so again, just to reiterate, because I don't want this video to be long, but I want it to be impactful and powerful. Smash the thumbs up if you agree with what I'm saying. If you have any questions or comments, you're welcome to put it in the comment. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Let me know if you're a new subscriber. I'll shout you out. But again, let's run through it from the top, right? So the first thing I believed is the only way you get money is to trade time for money. So this is because I didn't know the money game rules, right? So I believe that, hey, if you want to make money and you want to be successful, you have to get this thing called a job. So you get a job, And a job requires you to sell your life, i.e., your time, which is your life. So I was required to sell my time for a paycheck, right? My job is where I got paid. Now, the other mistake I made, I believed, because I had been working there for a while, I believed that my paycheck was safe, it was secure, and I can never lose it as long as I behaved and played by the corporate rules. And then guess what happened? Ding, 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 ding for 200. I got fired. I lost my job. Right? And so the problem was I believed that my job was secure, my paycheck was secure, so I only relied on one source of income. By the way, out of all the rules, this is probably the most powerful one today, is people believing or being okay or comfortable with only one source of income. Not understanding that when it comes to income, one is none. You lose that, you lose everything that paycheck pays for. So if I could teach people today, because there's a lot of things I believe, but if I could teach you guys one thing today on this video, it would be this: find another source of income that does not include a paycheck. Whatever side hustle, business, whatever you could create, please find another way to make money that does not include a job, because the jobs are not stable anymore. And if you don't have that job, what are you going to do? Well, I'll get another job. You don't know when. You don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know what they're going to pay. Well, Sean, that's why I have a savings. All right, well, let me address that, because that's another rule that I was playing by and had me losing the money game. These are all rules that had me losing the money game. Number one, I believed that the only way to make money was to have a paycheck. So I would trade my time for money to get a paycheck. That's what I believed. Number two, I believe my job was secure, so I didn't need another source of income. I was comfortable with one source of income. Number three, I believed that stacking money in the bank, waiting on these things called emergencies or rainy days, was winning the money game. See, I'm protected. I'm hedged. I'm leveraged. I'm going to be okay. If I lose my job, I got something to fall back on. How about this? How about we stop falling back and start falling forward? How about that? And so what happened? Bam, lost my job. Okay, what did I do? I went into my bank account. Okay, what happened next? I rated it when I was out of money. By the way, 80% of Americans have less than $1,500, I think according to Hub Wallet, in their accounts. 80%, 8 out of 10. So are you telling me that saving money is the way to wealth? No. The way to freedom? No. If it was, the banks would just save money, but they don't. That's a clue. It's a Scooby clue, right? And so I believe that if you just stack money in the bank and leave it there, you're going to be okay until you find another job. And it took me a while to find another job. In fact, I ended up homeless, right? And I never want to go through that again. I don't want you to go through that. So those are the bad money rules. Those will keep you poor. Here's what will change your life: playing by the rules. Instead of trading time for money, understand that you can use money to buy back your time. You can invest in something that creates cash flow that buys back your time. So instead of trading time for money, how about having the mindset of trading money for time? I'd rather have my life and my freedom than your money. You would too, you just don't know it. Right? Secondly, having one source of income, dead end. No. Instead of relying on a paycheck as my only source of income, how about you create some cash flow from an idea, from an asset, from your creativity, from a middleman business, from whatever? How about instead of waiting on that paycheck to hit your bank account, get cash flow? Here's the third: saving money in the bank, waiting on bad things to happen so you could justify just stacking money in the bank for no reason. Banks win, you lose when you do that. Here's a better idea: how you win the money game. Instead of stacking money in the bank and waiting on bad things to happen, how about you use some of the money to make more money? How about you use some of the money to multiply it? Right? What do banks do when you deposit the money? Do they just leave it there? No. They sell it as quickly as they can on a loan for the interest rate. But they sell it, they invest it, they use it. If money's not being used, it's useless. It's only useful when it's being used. Okay? So your money sitting in the bank account. Okay, Sean, I have 5 grand in the bank account. That's cute. What could you be doing with that 5 grand other than just lending it to the bank? And you're not even lending it. You're giving it to the bank. You're the one who has to borrow it back, not the bank. You have to go in there and fill out a withdrawal slip to try to get your money back. And they don't have it, by the way. So banking system was made for banks, banksters, gangsters, banksters. So let me know if this video helped you. I know it was short, but hopefully it's impactful. Let me know if any of this helped you. Let me know what you guys think. Your job's not safe. It's not secure. Don't trade your life away for a paycheck. Don't look at your savings account and think it's going to save you. It's not. Find a way to make money without needing a job. Use money out of your account to find opportunities and fund opportunities so that you don't have to be broke. Okay? And more importantly, your family don't have to be broke. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.